My BIL called me out for being a terrible person for making fun of my dead brother during my son's party, and I was confused because I don't have and have never had a brother. But it turns out my sister has been lying to him all these years about our family, and I just exposed her. My brother-in-law Chase called me out for being a terrible person during my son's celebration party. Apparently, I'd made fun of my dead brother Tyler. The problem? I'm the eldest of 4 sisters. I don't have and have never had a brother. My son had just gotten accepted to a prestigious university on a full ride. My parents threw him a party, 4 families, 11 grandkids, complete chaos. At 17, he's the only grandson, and we were all incredibly proud. During dinner, my mom asked us to share what we appreciate about our sisters. When it was my turn, I told each sister how much I loved them, then finished with, "And I really appreciate that we didn't have any gross boys stinking up our house growing up." Everyone laughed except my sister Beth and her husband Chase. His face went cold, and he looked at me like I was something scraped off his shoe. "That's pretty messed up," he said, his voice tight with anger. I thought he was joking around. We tease each other constantly. "I don't know, Chase. I've smelled you after your workouts. It's pretty bad." He got even angrier. "How could you talk about Tyler like that?" Beth started losing her mind, grabbing his arm and begging him to stop, saying they needed to leave immediately. The room went silent. Who is Tyler?" I asked, genuinely confused. Chase stared at me like I'd grown a second head. "Tyler, Beth's twin brother who died during childbirth. The one you're all so depressed about that nobody's allowed to mention him." Nobody said a word. My parents looked shocked. My other sisters exchanged confused glances. The silence stretched on for what felt like an eternity, the only sound being Beth's increasingly frantic whispers to Chase. I finally broke the tension. "Chase, I'm not sure why, but Beth lied to you about this. I think you guys need to talk, but I don't want to hear anything else about it tonight. We're here to celebrate my son." Beth burst into tears and ran to her old bedroom with Chase, my mom, and my sister Jo following her. The party never recovered. They left shortly after, and the celebration I'd planned for my son, who struggles socially and rarely gets to be the center of attention, was completely derailed. While I stayed behind to help clean up, my mom scolded me for calling Beth a liar. "You embarrassed her," she said. "You could have been more tactful." "What was I supposed to do?" I replied. "Just take the accusation? Let him think I was mocking a dead baby?" My dad quietly said I wasn't wrong, but I'd handled it poorly. Beth texted me that I'd effed her over. Chase's phone sent me a message calling me the actual liar sister. The next morning, my mom called to apologize. When she and Jo had followed Beth to her room, my mom told Chase the truth: Tyler wasn't real. Beth had finally admitted it after hours of denial, crying in her childhood bedroom while her lie unraveled. Here's what we learned. Beth's eldest daughter isn't Chase's biological child. He came into the picture when Madison was 2, after Beth left an abusive relationship. Chase is a first responder with a clear hero complex. He loves saving people, and Beth knew it from day one when they met through victim advocacy work. Apparently, escaping an abusive relationship with a small child wasn't enough to secure his devotion, so Beth invented a dead twin brother to make herself seem more broken, more vulnerable, more in need of saving. They'd been together 10 years, and not once had she come clean. My mom spoke with Chase, who was devastated. The text from his phone had actually been from Beth. She'd spent hours doubling down on the lie before finally breaking. Neither of them apologized to me. Beth is a rug sweeper who pretends problems don't exist if you ignore them. I confront issues head-on, which has always caused friction. I won't cut her off, she's still my sister. But she lied about creating a dead twin for a decade to seem more broken and in need of saving. My son's celebration got completely overshadowed by her lie. This was supposed to be his night.